Hello everyone, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Welcome to the next video of VBA for everyone. In the last video, we talked about cursor movement with respect to current position of to any cell. And through this diagram, I explained you how to refer to the rows and columns in the offset command. The offset function of VBA moves the cursor with reference to the current cell, the active cell. So if we have a positive number with respect to the rows, then our cursor will move down. And if we have a negative number with respect to the rows, our cursor will move up. Likewise, if we have a positive number in column reference, our cursor will move to the right column. And if we have a negative number, the cursor will move towards the left column. So this was about the offset function we discussed in our last video, and in today's video I will talk about logical decision making. The logical decision making in VBA is done with the help of if function. Just like the Excel if function, this if function do logical decision making in VBA. So let's go and look at a simple if function. So here is our blank workbook. So let me put some number, for example 50 or 45. We have 45 in A1. In VBA, let's insert a module and start typing our macro. Sub V is a variable name, any name you want to give. VBA if test, or I would say simple if simple. So I am inserting some blank lines just for a better view. If, just like Microsoft Excel, after if there is a logical test. So let's give a logical test to VBA if function. If range A1 dot value is greater than 40, then do what? But before that, just for a recall, if we have a logical function in Excel, what is the result? If I say 1 is equal to 1, it is true, and if I say 2 is equal to 3, it is false. So every logical test in Microsoft Excel or VBA will give you a result of true or false, right? And we know that if I add 0 to true, it will give me 1, and if I add 0 to false, it will give me 0. This means that true has a value of 1 and false has a value of 0. So therefore true is 1, false is 0. We can use 0 and 1 in place of true and false also. So let's get back to our if function. If range A1 dot value is greater than 40, then what to do? Let me drag it a bit more here. Is greater than 40, then range B1 dot value is equal to high. This is a better view. So if range A1 dot value is greater than 40, then range B1 dot value is equal to high. So this is a simple syntax of if. This is the highlighted portion is our logical test. If range A1 dot value, if logical test, then फिर क्या? Then if range A1 dot value is greater than 40, then do this. So four parts. First is, this is the right way. Okay. If logical test, then do this. If and then, yeah. If and then are constant, logical test and do this will change. So let's run this code. If A1 is greater than 40, is it? Yes. Then B1 dot value is equal to high and if. And what if the value we are going is greater than 50? F8, if A1 dot value is greater than 50, then did you notice instead of this highlighted portion moving to the right side, it just moved to the bottom. This means that if the logical test fails, VBA even don't read the rest of the code after appearing after then. It will just quit the if statement. So let's go back and made it to 40, change it to 40 and run this again. If A1 dot value is greater than 40, with the F8 key I am pressing F8 key, range B1 dot value is equal to high. VB executed this code and we can see high written in cell B1. We can zoom it a bit more. Okay, and then and so this was the simple if. Let's, what if I want to run more than one command? Because then do this included only one command. I want to have multiple commands. For example, this would be if multi command and m as if multi command. If range 1 dot value is greater than 40, then range b1 dot value is equal to high. Let's copy it 3 times. b2 dot value, b3 dot value is say, let's say very high and very high. Oh, don't use the word v because we have associated v with the variable. So range b2 is super high and b3 is supreme high. Okay, so here is my code. Sub the name multiple command. If a1 is greater than 40, then in multiple lines I have written this. What if I run in this state? There is an error. Block if without end if. So if I go to multiple commands and if I expand my if to multiple lines, then I have to identify where such commands end, and that identification is done with another command, that is endif. So I start if and then I put an and if. And if you look at the code, it's very difficult to read. It's just jumbled up. So let's put some spaces, line spaces, and if I put a tab, can you see it is now easy to read? So this is done to for a better visibility of the code. I have added tabs with each command, and I or further what I can do is I can move this if and if a bit further and the ranges a bit further. So if has a end if with the same indent, I can identify that my if has an end if. The syntax is complete. So we started with for if logical test, then do this. Now with multiple commands we have if logical test, then do these and if. So let's run this, just put a stop and then run with F8 key. F8, 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 and F. So if you have noticed, simple commands got executed with if and if combination. So let's change our value to 50 again and clear our cells, and let's go and run VB again, the macro again. If it is greater than 50, then and if. So just VB just quits even reading the commands and jump to and if the result of our logical test was false. So then is executed only our logical test is true. So if is a simple test as we use an Excel function if, in VB if logical test, then do this. But if you recall, in Excel we have if logical test, then do this, else do this. There are four parts of Excel if function. Let's recall is equal to if bracket start a1 is equal to 45, then write pass, otherwise else write fail. This is how we use if in Excel. So if I say 44, the result will fail. So likewise in VBA, we can have the else portion also. Let's go and see how it is done. Okay, let's copy this code. Control C, Control V, and let me move it a bit up. So now we have another portion, that is else. If logical test, then do this, else do this. So we will add else here, and let's say no, a super no, and a supreme no. So let's run this and see, and let's make it 40, 45. F8, F8. Oh, ambiguous name detected. Why? Why this is ambiguous? Because we have already used this name. If you recall, I just copied the macro and created a new copy. So I need to change the name. Let's say give it a name of else. If multiple command with else. So let's run it. If it is greater than 45, then do this else. So we have else condition here. Else no, 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 and if, and if. And what if we have greater than 40, F8, then B1 high, super high, supreme high, and F. So we can have this a bit wider, go to like this. Yeah, for better visibility. So this is if in a single line, if with multiple commands, and if with multi commands and with else option. And we can have nested ifs and ifs with multiple logical tests with and or option, just like we have in Excel. I will discuss that in the next video. Multiple ifs and ifs with and or. So in this video I am doing if with single line, if with multiple commands, and if with else statement. If logical test, then commands, else, commands, and if. So this becomes 7 parts. So with these 7 parts, our non-nested if completes. I hope you will be able to understand. In the next video, I will do nested if and with logical test, and then I will give you an assignment. Or should I give you an assignment right now? Let me think. So the assignment is, instead of changing the cell value, you should change the background color of the cell based on its value. So how it is done? The tip is, start recording, change cell background with the fill command or with this icon in the home menu. If I can, with this fill option button, stop recording and go and see what command has been recorded and use it. So till next video, bye.